The Ferry. The Manhattan bus number 15 runs straight down 2nd Avenue, meandering through Lower Manhattan, ending at the Staten Island Ferry. I cross the street to the ferry terminal, ascend the escalator to the large waiting hall where hundreds of people are gathered at the door number 1. I join them, and through the glass door we see a ferry docking. A great crowd of people disembarks and exits the terminal in a corridor parallel to the waiting area. The large glass door then slides open, and the crowd, as one mass, gingerly exits the hall and enters the yawning mouth of the ferry. We separate into 2 columns, one to each side of the ferry, onto the open decks. In the middle of the ferry, I find a seat facing out over the water on the side with a view of the Manhattan skyline and the Jersey Shore. Off to the left stands the Statue of Liberty. A holiday mood enlivens the travelers scrambling for seats or places at the rail. Our ferry starts maneuvering away from the dock, and many take out phones and begin clicking away. My attention drifts away from the Manhattan skyline and the Statue of Liberty to the people, a great diversity of people, children, parents, older people, varieties of shades and shapes. As I sit, my view is obstructed by people crowded along the railing. At first, I feel irritated, but now I begin to concentrate more on the people. The few just in front of me are taking turns in taking photos of one another or group selfies against the Statue of Liberty. No one would know the problems these people have had or have: grief at sickness or death, financial turmoil, failure, disappointment, depression, loneliness. Cutting through the water of New York Harbor, we are at this moment on this all-so-human, joyful, fun ferry express. A cool calm descends upon me, and I feel very close to all these people and slip so very easily into prayer, the deeper consciousness of human and godly presence. All these strangers before me, beside me, around me, I have known anonymously, but personally. I have assigned all God's people in the whole world to their own particular cell in my heart. God is the accountant here, knowing which person is assigned to what cell. With each person inhabiting a particular cell I carry on my person, in my body, all the people of the world. I remember them all before God regularly. On this ferry, at the halfway point between Manhattan and Staten Island, I am now in the physical presence of a segment of all the people placed in my heart. I now look at these specific humans and say to them from the quiet within myself, I have prayed for you for so long in my heart, and now you are here. I felt deeply the coming together of the interior and the exterior. I have known you from the other side of ourselves. I now know you from both sides. I wondered how strange I would seem if I were to converse with these people about this feeling for them. This depth of feeling and intimacy would so easily make me seem deranged. The prayer then moved further, and I wanted these specific people all around me right here and now to help make present all other people around the world who similarly inhabit a cell in my heart. I prayed, God, through these specific people on this boat who inhabit a place in my heart, help me to be very conscious to make present all people who also inhabit a place and in my heart. And it happened. I did not want the ferry ride to end, but of course it did. I disembarked with all of these fellow traveling companions, and I took the return trip back to Manhattan with another diverse group of chatting humans who also inhabit my heart. Reaching Manhattan, I boarded bus number 15, retracing the trip on 2nd Avenue, all the time trying to maintain the glow of the presence of all people in the world. Prayer can take very many different forms. What I describe here is some way I pray is very accurate. I do that. I have assigned everybody a certain cell in my body. They inhabit a certain, I don't know them all. And I can't make the accounting, but God can. He knows that. And the joy I have in some way of knowing that I carry with me all people, asking for peace and justice for us all.